Hi, my name is Jen, and I am a very basic Switch user. So I kind of wanted to share what we bought, and by we, I mean me, for our family so that we could play the games on the Nintendo Switch 2, what we prioritized, and kind of how I feel about things. I'm not a techie person, so this isn't going to be some crazy deep dive on all the little nuances that are super techie. This is just kind of like an average person who wanted a gaming console, and this is what I decided to get. And I'm going to tell you if I like it, if it was helpful, what's cool, what's not cool, and all those different things. So let's get started. We had the basic Nintendo Switch previously, and some things that we probably didn't love about it were that these little controller things were sometimes hard to get off. You had to push a button on the back to get it to release. We noticed that as you're playing it in handheld mode, like the charging stuff on this wasn't great. So we were really excited to get the new Switch. And this one is probably 4 years old maybe. So it's lived a good life. So before Father's Day, I was very lucky and I was able to get my hands on the new Nintendo Switch 2. And we've been using it since probably, I think Father's Day weekend is probably when we took it out of the box. So right out the gate, I like how big this screen is compared to this screen. You can see the difference is pretty obvious. Also, these are really easy to just get off. There's a little button, but it's a bigger button, and you just kind of push it, and then they demagnetize. I think it's a magnet, and then they snap on really easily. It looks like I forgot to bring up the little guards that you can put on them. There we go. That kind of protect this section for some of the gaming stuff. It came in the box. I have them. They're just downstairs and I forgot them. But again, they pop off really easily and then they stick on really easily. Some other things, the little game cards go in the top. That is similar to where it was on the old Switch. And then this one has a pretty awesome kickstand that is like bendy. So if you wanted to put it on a table and have two people use handheld to play, they could totally do that. Whereas the old one, it was this teeny tiny kickstand that very easily would break, which kind of sucked. So that is that. And then you also get a base. This base is pretty substantial. And I like that the back of it comes off and you can plug the cords in really easily. And then this whole thing just kind of snaps back together. There we go. Perfect. So what else came in the box? We also got this basic hand holder for the controllers. And they just kind of slide connecting in like that. So there's no slide, it just snaps on. Whereas the old one, you had to slide it into the grooves and stuff. And then it just kind of works. You can use your normal hand control, easy peasy. To take it apart, there's little buttons on the back. You just kind of pull them in, and then they pull right off. Easy peasy. Let's put it back on the Switch so I don't break it. Done. Okay, so those are the things that came in the box. Now, we have 3 kids in our house and then 2 grown-ups. So we needed other things to go with this purchase. So right out the gate, it was important that we had a Pro Controller. So we bought the Pro Controller. This, you don't have to get a Pro Controller if you have the prior Switch. I guess they're compatible, but we wanted one, so I bought one. It's got a nice feel. It looks really pretty. Let's see if you can get a good image of it. It's got some buttons on the back so that if you want your controller, your fingers down here to do stuff, you can do that. And it maps really easy, I think that's the right phrase, in your games. So for example, on the Nintendo Switch, I like to play Minecraft Dungeons. And on the Switch, the A button is the attack button. But if I'm playing on a PS5, the B button is attack. And you have, on the PS5 is where I play it a lot, the upper 3 buttons on that game tend to be things that are in my inventory that I want to use right away. And so I've remapped those buttons. But I could also map these to be attack or to be other things. So our system came with Mario Kart. If I wanted to have my accelerate button down here and I could just hold it in while I'm playing, that's an option. So having these buttons is super helpful. It feels good in your hands. It's a really nice controller. I really like it. We only bought one of them. And then the next thing that we bought, because again, there's 5 people in this house, we bought another set of controllers. So like I said, we have the ones that attach here, and then we also have this set here. And this is in a different controller holder. So we also bought this controller holder. And the purpose of that is this one has charging on it. So I'll show you the difference. This is the fancy one that I bought. This is the one that came in a box. And if you look, you can see one of them has a USB-C and one doesn't. So you can charge on this one, can't charge on this one. So that's kind of a pain, meaning you always have to put your controllers on the actual Switch itself to charge. So we bought that. And then we also bought the camera, which is plugged in downstairs. I again forgot to grab it. Sorry. We've only used the camera for one thing. So in Mario Kart, you can like take a little circle on the screen and you can make it your face so that when you're driving in the kart game, your friends that are playing with you can see your face. That's all we've used it for. I'm sure there's other applications for it. We just haven't played with it yet. So my opinion is it's fine, but it's not super important because we don't use it every time we play Mario Kart. And then the last thing that we have that we've purchased for our Switch, we got a case so that we can take it for when we travel. This one's pretty nice. It's got a bunch of space on the inside for your game cards, any of your stuff that you want to take. But it also, I don't think, the dock does not fit in this one, so we would not be taking the dock. But the Switch fits. You've got spaces for cords underneath. It's pretty deep, so we like this one. It also came with a screen protector. We have not actually put it on yet. We will. We just haven't. Our thing is, every time we try to put a screen protector on, I don't know if you can see it on this one, but like it kind of like peels and it just doesn't look great. So we don't love the way a screen protector. I don't love the way a screen protector looks, even though I know it protects my screen. And then I got ours at GameStop, and we were able to get a protection plan on our Switch, just in case anything happened to it. We were able to get that fixed. They say in 24 hours, but with the demand of Switch 2s, I honestly have no idea if that is actually possible. So these are the things we prioritize. I know there is a steering wheel. We didn't opt in for that. We don't drive for Mario Kart. We use our controller like normal controlling. I don't know if there's other things that we could have gotten. I think there's a camera maybe that looks like the little plant that eats stuff, the piranha plant. Again, we didn't get that. Oh, and I did get a bigger memory card for the Switch. The only thing that we think is kind of wonky is, so when we got, with the old Switch, we decided to just like share all of our old Switch stuff with our new Switch. And because we have people in our household who have a Switch elsewhere, we wanted to be able to play stuff on the primary Switch, but then also let them have the opportunity to play it wherever they were house-wise. So now that doesn't seem to be possible. So the whole like digital game card versus physical game card, we're still trying to navigate that. We don't know if we like it or not because like in some instances, like we can't play games on this Switch now because they're on the new Switch, and that is a problem with Minecraft. That's a very popular game in our home, and you can't play Minecraft on both devices at the same time. So I don't know. I don't have any answer for that, but that's kind of how our feeling is about our Switches now. So that is everything. if you have any questions about our experience, you are more than welcome to leave a comment, and I will happily answer it. If you are getting a Switch and you don't know what to prioritize, I think everything I picked out was pretty spot on and pretty solid. The camera is probably the only thing that I'm like, I could leave it or take it or leave it. Maybe if we have other games that pop up that we're excited about that use the camera, maybe that'll be something that we care about. But if you were going to save some money, that would probably be a place you could save money. I really like the controller that lets me charge this one. So I would say if like you can't get a Pro controller, but you could get additional Joy-Cons and this thing to create this one, I would totally do that. If you, like I said before, if you have old Pro controllers, apparently they work on the Switch too. I don't think I've tried that yet. But maybe you just don't get this one, you get another set of these. I don't know. I think there's a lot of wiggle room with controller stuff. But overall, I really like the Switch 2. I think it's faster. There are some games that I'm excited to play that I haven't played yet. I'm curious to see how Fall Guys works. Fall Guys was not good on the Switch. It was really laggy and annoyed me. So we would always have to play it on a different device. So I'm curious to see how it works on the Switch too. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope this is helpful. Have a wonderful day.